Hello, Hashes. Welcome back to Halfway Hashed. I'm currently rereading The Hobbit, and as I go through each chapter, I'll be choosing one passage that lingers in my mind and sharing a few reflections inspired by it. Today's reflection comes from Chapter 1, An Unexpected Party. So when Thorin was explaining to Bilbo the dark business they were about to embark on, he said, "Altogether, those were good days for us, and the poorest of us had money to spend and to lend, and leisure to make beautiful things just for the fun of it, not to speak of the most marvelous and magical toys, the likes of which is not to be found in the world nowadays." Of all the passages I highlighted in this chapter, this one stayed with me the longest. At first, I wasn't sure why. But after reading it several times, I realized that what caught my attention was the phrase, leisure to make beautiful things just for the fun of it. There is something almost foreign about that idea today. It feels as though everything we do must be productive. Hobbies become side hustles, skills become marketable assets. Even our free time can feel like something that should be optimized. When I was younger, I could spend an entire morning scribbling, reading about Egyptian mummification, or learning something new without worrying whether it would be useful. But somewhere along the way, I started measuring those activities by what they might lead to. Reading this passage made me wonder what it would be like to create something simply because it brings joy, with no expectation of recognition, profit, or usefulness. Lately, I've been thinking a lot about work and stability, with the stories of layoffs happening around the world and the rising cost of living. It's easy to feel that every hour and every cent should be spent carefully. In that environment, creativity can start to feel like a luxury rather than something essential. Maybe that's why this quote resonated with me. Part of me misses the idea of making things without needing a reason. Writing a journal entry, recording a quiet video, learning something new with no plan to monetize it. Simply creating because the process itself is meaningful. But as I sat with the quote a little longer, I began to question my own assumption. Maybe making beautiful things doesn't require wealth or abundance after all. Maybe beauty exists in smaller forms than we often imagine. A homemade meal shared with family, a walk at sunset, a few words written before bed. Perhaps the challenge isn't finding enough time or money to create beautiful things. Perhaps it's remembering that beautiful things can still be made in ordinary moments. And maybe that's enough. I'd love to hear what stayed with you after this chapter. Until next time, take care.